Hello everybody. For all the replay users, I'm going to talk today about why do I need 15 minutes to take a portrait shoot, or why do I need 15 minutes with a person to do a portrait shoot. I think I'm going to just talk a little bit, and at the end of the scope I am going to answer all your questions, and yes, so let me just tell you why I'm doing this. For a few weeks now, I'm doing portrait shoots as a business, as a freelance photographer, and I did some learnings in this time, and it is very hard to explain it to the customer that I need really 15 minutes with each person. I'm doing a headshot for a portrait, and it is so hard that I thought hard about how I can explain it to the customer. So why do I need 15 minutes? Actually, the portrait shoot itself is going only about 2 or 3 minutes normally, so it is very quickly done. And why do I need more? You ask yourself maybe, and this is exactly what I'm trying to tell the customer. Normally, if you do a portrait shoot, the person comes into the room, sees you, you say hello, they sit down or stand in front of a wall or whatever. They don't feel really comfortable because they don't know you, and so they're in a situation they don't like. So this is actually where all the people afterwards think, oh my god, this picture is not so good. This picture of me isn't really good. So what you need to do as a photographer is that you try to make the people comfortable, so that they feel safe, and that they like maybe even have a little connection to you, and that they get to know you a bit, and so they can keep calm, and that the experience for them being that the process of taking a picture of them, that this is a really good experience for them. So what you need to do is first talk to them. Introduce yourself, tell a little bit about yourself, what you're doing, for how long you're doing it, and then just ask some questions, and ask questions. How long have they been working for the company, and what exactly does do they do at the company, and so you get them just to talk. Because if they talk and they explain to you what they are doing at the company, they forget about that they are nervous, and that they sorry, I'm a little bit tired today, but I'm trying my best. They forget that they're nervous, and so they're getting much calmer. And after that, you just explain what they have to do, and you make some jokes, and they feel comfortable because they think they know you a little bit better, and the experience they have with you taking pictures of them is just a good one. And in the end, if they see their picture, actually, the picture you have done, it is really the connection they make with the experience they had. So if they had a really good experience during the shoot, and if they did like how you did treat them, then they think the picture looks good. But if you just have 2 minutes with a client to do a portrait shoot, it is like, hello, I'm Boris, and yeah, you can stand there, and you can you take the picture, and then you say goodbye, and that's it. So normally people don't like that. So please try to be as kind as you can to the customers. Try to make them feel comfortable, and please, to every customer out there, give me 15 minutes with your employees, so that I have time to connect to them, and that I just am able to do the best picture of your employees ever. So Do you have any questions about that? Do you have any proposals or other ideas I could share? Maybe I'll write a blog post about that, because I think it's really important that everyone out there knows that you need time to take a good picture. Because if you don't have time, you can't do a good portrait shot of one of your employees. So please let me know. Any questions out there? I have 14 visitors. 14 viewers. Ja, ich rede Schweizerdeutsch, normal. The Berolif, yes, I do speak Schweizerdeutsch, because I'm from Switzerland. But I'm trying to be more international, and I'm trying to just reach a greater audience. Thank you for all the hearts. I think I'm going to put this video also on YouTube afterwards. Christian, you have a good question. How long does it take to edit the pic afterwards? It depends. Some customers don't need much post-processing, but at the moment I have a job at a big Swiss company where I take like around 65 to 70 portrait shoots, portrait pictures of employees, where I have to cut them out of the picture and replace the background with a certain color. So this is really a lot to do. Actually, for 70 people, I think I'm going to edit pictures for around 3 days, like 24 hours. So it's a lot of work, but sometimes it's not. So, good question, Christian. Any more questions? That's Monsieur Burgdorf. Yes, sometimes I do that, but especially on weddings, not for portrait shoots in companies. I do. The question was if I do or bring alcohol to make them feel more comfortable. I do that at weddings sometimes. I bring some prosecco that the bridal couple is more relaxed. But that's a very good question. I think in the companies and for corporate shootings, it's not really a good thing to do, because they should work afterwards, and I think they're not really able to work if I present them a gin tonic. Yeah, I'm not a TV show. I am in real life. Thank you. That's a nice question. Very nice. Yes, so if there are not more questions, it's just I think it's very important to give the photographer some time with the people so that they can connect, and that the photographer is able to get the best out of every employee in your company. And sometimes it takes only 2 minutes. Sometimes I really need 20, because not every person is the same, and not every employee is like extroverted. I have also some introverted people, which is not a bad thing at all. It's just I need some time to get to them, because every person itself is different, and it's sometimes not so easy to get to them. And so, yes, please. Let me know if you have any questions. Richard is asking what a portrait photo is, how much money a portrait photo will cost. And this depends, because as I told you, if I don't have so much post-processing, it's cheaper, and if there is a lot of work to do afterwards, it's more expensive. So it really depends. Normally I charge a fixed price for a day, and yes, my day rate I'm not going to tell you until you hire me, Richard. But I think I'm worth it. So thank you much. Oh, there is more questions. That's nice, actually. Thank you. There is one more question. What's the best light for portraits? Actually, I do love daylight. So if you put someone right in front of a window, this is the best light you can have. Some diffuse light, some like clouds, whatever. I do not like direct sunlight, and I do not really like flashes, but sometimes I have to do portraits with flashes, especially if you have to redo it on different days or different month, as I have some clients where I am one day in a month, I am at one client, so I have to reproduce the same image over and over again, so I use flashes. And if I have a small team, like 4 to 8 people, which I can do in one day easily, I just use daylight, because daylight is, I love daylight. So if you ask me what is my favorite light, I would say daylight. And if you ask me what is the best light for portrait shoots, I would say the best light is a light which you can reproduce. So that's it. I hope I could answer your question. Faced off. Any more questions about why you should take your time for a portrait shoot in a company, or any other questions for at all to the topic photography, portrait photography? I might be able to help you, so just keep the questions coming. And just as a reminder, I'm doing my first Periscope in English, because I'm trying to reach more the international people out there, so that they might also can profit from all my information. Manuel is asking me about if I am happy with my B1 Profoto B1 location kit, and yes, I am. I am really happy. I just did 2 days. 2 full days of shooting with only one accu, one battery pack on a flash, so it is really, really nice. And what I did see, if you have fast flashes one after each other, it's not always the same amount of light that is coming to the head, to the man or a woman in front of my camera. But if you give the B1 a little bit more time, the amount of light and the consistency of the light is much better. So yes, I am very happy. I never would go back and use anything else, because it is so convenient to use the Profoto B1. So yes, I am happy. More questions? Christian Bossert asks if what do an amateur photographer needs to do portraits. First of all, you need very nice daylight. So then you need an iPhone, and then you can start working. This is the most easy way to do a portrait. If you would like to have the depth of field you see in portraits, thank you for the hearts, by the way. If you see or look at pictures with depth of field, you really need a Systemkamera or a digital mirror camera, and a very good lens. So a very good lens is a fast lens, I think it is called in English, a fast lens, and that it is. So I think you need to spend a decent amount of money for a good camera. I can recommend a Sony Alpha or a OMD or Olympus OMD or a Fuji, because all of these brands do have very good cameras where you can take good pictures with them. So just buy a decent camera. Do not buy a cheap one, because the cheap cameras not always are as good as expected. So I think this was it for today, because I am tired and I need to go to bed, or maybe a little bit more work. It was very fun with you. Thank you so much for all the questions, some very good ones. I hope you enjoyed this photoscope session with me. I am Boris Baldinger, and I am a professional photographer since 3.5 months, and I hope I can do this job for a long time, because I just love it. Hope to see you soon. And Christian, about your Canon camera, I can recommend you some lenses personally if you ask me. and I will get back to you. So thank you so much. Enjoy your night, and see you at the next photoscope. See you then. Bye bye.